I don't want your arm to get tired. Okay, so how do mirrors work? So basically anything with a smooth surface that reflects all light, meaning that none of the light is scattered or absorbed, can be a mirror. But the key is it has to be a smooth surface, because if the surface was rough, then all the light would be scattered instead of reflected. So when photons, which are rays of light, come from an object, they strike the smooth surface, which is a mirror, at an angle, and that angle is the same on both sides. So your eyes see the reflected photons as a mirror image, and we see the mirror image as reversed. So for example, if you look in the mirror with a shirt with words on it, those words would appear backwards in the mirror. But not all smooth surfaces can be mirrors. If it absorbs all of the photons, there won't be a reflection. So more in depth, we know that light travels at high speeds, and all of the energy has to go somewhere when the light hits an object. So there are three possible things that can happen. 1, the light can pass through the object, meaning that it's transparent. 2, the light can sink in and disappear, meaning that the object is opaque or dark colored. Or 3, the light can reflect. The law of conservation is always at work, because the same amount of light is there before and after reflection, but the light was probably converted into different forms. So now there's 3 types of mirror. Okay, we don't have one. It's fine.
That's okay.
It's fine.
Okay.
So we have the plain flat mirror, which is what Miss Stockwell's holding, and that reflects the same image in the same proportions as you see in real life. So this produces a virtual image, meaning that the rays don't actually pass through or come from the image, and the image is not magnified or reduced, since it's the same proportions you see in real life. And then secondly, we have a convex mirror, which the surface pushes outward, and it gives a broader perspective of an object. Similarly to the plane mirror, it produces a virtual image, and the image is upright and smaller than the object, meaning that it's reduced. So I see a lot of convex mirrors in hospitals or school buses, primarily in hospitals in the corners of the hallways, so that when doctors are coming through with patients on the bed, they don't run over anyone. And then on school buses, in addition to the side view mirrors, they have them in the front of the bus, because they have to look at all the lanes of traffic, because they're carrying a lot of people on the bus. And then lastly is a concave mirror, and that's when the surface is going inward, and it gives an upright and close personal view of an object. Again, it produces a virtual image, and the image is magnified. And I see concave mirrors, like when you're tweezing your eyebrows or doing your makeup and you want a really close view of your face, that's when you would use one. So this is our poster.
Okay, so this is kind of giving you a view of how the mirrors work. So this is where you would be, and that's your eye, and then this is the object, and then this is the virtual image of the object, because this line right here represents a flat plane mirror. So light travels along the side of your eye when you're looking down at the mirror, and it also travels along the side of the object. So this light that's traveling along the side of the object bounces off of the mirror and up back to your eye, which gives a reflection of the image, which would be down to this image down here. And then this ray right here is the incident ray, and it's the light ray that approaches the mirror, and it intersects at the same location as the line of sight. And the reflected ray is the ray that bounces back to your eye, and that is on side B.
This is side B.
So here's Erica, myself, and then this dog. And then that's the reflection of Erica, that's the reflection of me, and that's the reflection of the dog. This straight line right here is the mirror, and then this dashed line is just kind of showing the same straight line as the mirror, but only this part right here is the mirror. So the dog doesn't see anybody because his line of sight doesn't cross with anyone at the point of intersection of the mirror. But Erica's line of sight right here crosses with my line of sight right here, which enables us to see each other's reflections. Erica can also see herself in the mirror, but I can't see myself since this point isn't at a mirror. And yeah.
Okay.
Just yeah. 8.
Okay, so if you so kindly would like to volunteer, I need 8 volunteers. So if you could, Cammy, Andy, John, Izzy. How many? This is so much fun.
I'm gonna be a star.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 more, please. Lauren, Sarah, thank you. Love you guys.
It's basically
I'm B. You're C. And I'll play the video for the rest of you.
Because they can't see, sorry.
Tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay,
So do you want to start on your side?
Yeah, well, I'll start with you.
Okay, yeah.
So Lauren, if you could tell us who can you see in the mirror?
I just see a lot of people's legs.
Okay,
Well, do you recognize any legs?
there we go. I hope not. You recognize legs. Can you see faces now?
I can't see faces now.
Do you need to back up?
Little bit more. Other people that- yeah, okay, now I see Izzy, Andy, and John.
Ooh.
Hey.
I see John too.
You don't see Alan?
Interesting. This is not
Here, I'll stick it underneath there.
Okay.
So you see Sarah too, right?
No.
You don't see Sarah.
No.
It dropped.
All I see is Izzy and.
Now.
Yeah.
There we go.
Okay, we'll go.
Because the mirror, I have to move the mirror over.
Because I was measuring her up there. So
That's
it's
okay.
probably not going to work.
That's okay. Just
So we
do
can
a
just
few
not
of them.
do strings.
Okay,
This
we
is
can
actually a
just
darling
move up.
demonstration.
It's fine. Okay, so then Sarah, who can you see?
I can see it all the way down and I can see it. Yeah, from
You
here
can see all
down.
the way down.
Yeah, I
to
can
John.
see everyone.
You can't see yourself
Correct.
because
Her line of sight doesn't cross the path of the mirror, but her line of sight is crossing where Emily is, Cami, Izzy, Andy, and John.
Okay, Emily, who do you see?
I see Cammy, Izzy, Andy, and then like a little bit of Sarah and a little bit of John.
So you don't see Lauren.
No.
Okay.
So this is the same reason why Sarah can't see herself and why she can see everyone else, because her line of sight is crossing with the other people's reflections and their incident.
How about you?
I see half of Andy, Izzy, Cammy, Soren, Sarah, and half of Lauren.
How about you, Izzy?
I see half of myself, and Cammy, Soren, Sarah, and Lauren. Half of yourself?
yeah, because she how come she can't see herself?
So you hold the other one.
Yeah.
Maybe. Oh, you see.
Oh, now I can't see myself.
You can't see yourself, right? You shouldn't see yourself because she is not in line at the mirror.
And then Andy, who do you see?
Can't put it back up.
Yep.
I see Lauren, Sarah, Emily, and half of Cammy.
And this is the same thing. It just has to do with her incident ray and the reflected ray of Lauren and everyone else that she sees. And John, what do you see?
I see Lauren, Sarah, and then half of Emily.
Yeah, and that's the same thing as before with the incident rays, where it bounces off the mirror and hits his line of sight.
Nicely done. Good luck, you guys.
Hi, Marykate. I was like, I would- I measured